All right, so today I'm going to do a brief introduction to the slope of a line. At the end, you'll be able to calculate the slope of a line and tell me whether the slope is positive, negative, zero, or undefined. So let's take a look at a line, and we're going to find the slope by first choosing any 2 points on this line, and I'm going to show you that it's going to make the most sense to pick points that are exactly crossing a grid line. So right here I see this point at -2, 8 that seems to cross the grid perfectly, and also right here on the y-axis it seems to be perfectly crossing, and that was at 0, 2. So I'm going to use these 2 points to determine my slope. So it tells me to begin at one of the points, and I'm going to count vertically until I'm even with the second point. So I'm going to count from here, and I'm going to go down, and it took me 6 units to come down to the level where this other point is. This is called my rise. Okay, then if my rise went down, that's going to be negative, and if my rise goes up, that's positive. Well, I've gone down from point 1 to point 2, so that's going to be -6. Oops. -6. Okay, so now I need to count over until I'm at the second point, and that's going to be my run, and it's going to take me 2 units to move over to my second point, and that's my run. I've gone to the right, so my run is positive, and my had I gone to the left, though, my run would have been negative. So this is going to be a positive 2 units. All right, so then I'm going to use those 2 numbers to divide to find the slope. Well, I've got -6 over 2, so I've got my rise. Okay, so I've got my rise, which was negative, so I've got -6 over my run of 2, so -6 divided by 2 is -3. So my slope here is a -3. All right, so the rise then is the difference in the y values of these 2 points. So from any 2 points, my rise, which as you can see each time is 3, my rise is 3. The run is the difference in the x values. So the run is from 0 to 2, 2, from 2 to 4, 2, from 4 to 6, 2. And then my slope of a line is the ratio of that rise over the run of any of those 2 points. So basically rise over run means change in y over change in x. So just a quick note, remember that y is my dependent variable and x is my independent variable, but I know you all know that now. Okay, so we're going to try to find the slope of this line. I am here at -6, 5. I need to get over to this point 3, 2. So I'm going, and my pen's not doing anything, I'm going from here to here, and I see that I'm going to be going down, so my rise is negative. I've got a -3, but my run all the way across over here from -6 all the way over to 3 is a total change of 9. So my rise of -3 over my run of 9 gives me a slope of -1/3. Okay? Okay, so let's figure out the slope here. I'm going to use this point here at the origin because that seems to be a perfect point where it crosses. And it looks like it's going to cross here nicely too. So that's at 1, 2. So remember, I'm looking for my rise. And my rise this time is actually going to be positive because I've got a change of 2. And my run is also positive of 1. So my rise of 2 over my run of 1 means my slope equals 2. It's a positive 2. All right, try this one again. I've got a point here at -3. 3, 2, and another point here at negative 1, 1. So I've got a rise, which is actually going to be negative, of negative 1, and my run, I'm going from negative 3 to negative 1, so my run is a positive 2, so my slope equals negative 1/2. Oh, let's look at this one. This one's a little weird because I've got a horizontal line. Well, what's my rise? I don't have a rise because going from one point to another point, I've had a rise of 0, but my run could be any number. So my rise over run, this could be any number. Let's just pick 1. My rise over run means that I have a slope of 0. Okay, that's perfectly legit. But let's look at this situation. I've got a rise of any number, right? Because I've moved vertically up and down any number. I'm just going to pick 2 for the moment. But my run, notice I'm not moving at all on my x-axis, so my run is 0. Well, I can't have 0 in my denominator, so this slope is undefined. Okay? All right, so just a quick repeat. Here I've got a positive slope because I've got a positive rise and a positive run. Here I've got a negative slope. I've got a negative rise and a positive run. You could also say that it is a positive rise but a negative run. This one's 0 slope, we just did that one, and undefined. Okay, so take the online quiz. It's number 12. It should be fairly simple, and we will work tomorrow on slope.